Hello Governor. Arknights main story will be updated soon, and it's time for episode 12. We're getting ever deeper into the sarcas and Victorian lore. And also more Supreme Leader Amy's screen time. I miss her presence. Anyway, you're here to learn all about the stuff that will come to EP 12. So let's get started. We will get 4 new operators in this update. First of all, the 6-star, one of the anticipated characters in Arknights. Ines will become playable as our first 6-star agent Vanguard. Agent is a very reliable unit because of their versatility. They can act as a fast redeploy, heli drop kill, obtain DP, etc. And without a doubt she's currently the best agent the game has to offer. We will talk more in detail about Ines in a different video. So now let's see the others. The 5-star is a duelist defender called Cement. Quite different than other duelists who tend to be offensive oriented. Cement prioritizes increasing her defense to an insane amount. An interesting unit to have, but her typical archetype tends to slow her down. That is, she will lock her SP charge if she's not blocking. And the rate up 5-star beside her is Windflit. For the 4-star we have Humus, a Reaper guard. Like all Reapers, he's a good unit to handle crowd. With his talent, when his HP is full he will convert the HP he received to barrier. Although it only works when he got healed by attacking a target himself. For the other 5-star and the free operator, it's Morgan, the final member of the Glasgow gang that went to Rhodes. She is a dreadnought with abilities similar to how Musa work. And if I'm not mistaken, EP 12 update will classify Musa talent buff as this tenacity. Or whatever the official going to call it. Then for the new skins. 3 epic skins will be added for Heidi, Harmonie, and Lieutenant Horn. First is a skin for Miss Thompson.
Sometimes you're gonna be erasing me, honey. It's a shade on your palette. It's okay to be funny. Sometimes you're gonna let me gaze on you, honey. Get a phase on your target. Sooner or later you want it. Mama, you rest your bones. Let your fingertips go down easy. Sweet like honey, honey. Mama gonna let it hold you straightly. Got so cold while you're waiting.
And these should be the Rerun skins. Now for the enemies and mechanics in episode 12. EP 12 will have civilians again, but with a different mechanism of course. In EP 12 stages your DP bank will be capped at 20. This limit can be increased by letting civilians into the blue box. Or destroying this supply. The process of increasing your DP limit can take quite a while. Especially if there are only civilian. So with that said, someone with a cheap DP cost is very helpful. Back again to these DP cap booster. For the supplies, they act like those blockades in episode 8. If you destroy it, you get 5 DP and your DP cap will also be increased by 5. However, Some supplies will create a new path for the enemies if destroyed. But likewise, the new tile can also be useful for you. As for the civilians, we're playing a mix of these two games. Some of these are real civilians, some are disguised agents. So, once a civilian is in an operator's range, the civilian will enter inspection mode. After some time it will turn blue or red. If it's blue, he will become unblockable, and continue running to the blue box. And increase your DP limit by 2. If it's red, he reveals himself as an enemy unit that needs to be defeated. The game already predetermined who is the civilian and who is the imposter. So you might think you can just let the real civilians go without inspection. But if the civilians enter the blue box without their identity confirmed, the DP limit won't be increased. Now for the enemies, we will mostly fight the Sarkaz, boss included. Some previously known Sarkaz are also present. Your 100% not racist dragon can use her talent to good use here. Or Mudrick can utilize her solidarity talent to take less damage. For the enemy's details, let's start things off with those disguised agent. Once an enemy is identified, they will reveal themselves as either one of these. The first one is pretty much your average Joe. Your average Joe that can become invisible. And Tanky Joe. Moving from the agent, we got this Sarkaz sniper who will cut your DP. A Sarkaz caster who can use clones to distract your ops. A Sarkaz juggernaut that counts as a 3-block unit, tough, and hit pretty hard. The instigator or agitator. If you see this fella, you need to block or kill them immediately, as they can make all civilians unblockable, while you're not finished inspecting them. Then we have a freaking organic UAV. They won't attack, but they spawn those kamikaze bombs from episode 11. And is more than enough to kill your ranged unit or hurt ground unit badly. If one is present, you wanna make sure you got that deployment order right. Or prepare bait unit. For the last elite, we got Duke of Caster Special Agent Trilby Asher. They have an ability similar to Crown Slayer or Dagon Brescia. And their hit is quite painful. Now for the boss, we will fight the Damazti cluster. Not a very tricky boss compared to some previous ones, if I may say. Or at least for the normal mode. The Damazti will spawn disguised as a civilian. But don't worry, the game does not even try to conceal his identity. So you'll know which one is the boss right away. In a way, you'll be fighting 3 bosses. As the Damazti can call in his clones for help. But thankfully they share HP, and it doesn't really matter which one you prioritize. For each clone, they will get 20% arts and physical reduction. And if at least one clone is unidentified, they will gain invulnerability. All of their attacks can inflict corrosion damage. So you might want to bring Wandering Medic. There's nothing exactly remarkable in his phase 1. Except for the special attack that targets the recently deployed op. But once defeated for the first time, the Damazti and the clone will create a pool of arts damage, which the damage can be stacked. And in the second phase, the Damazti got a special attack that can attack all units in the stage. It is quite painful, and can almost KO a ranged unit. Moreover, the Damazti will then spawn these floating hands or something atop each operator that continuously inflicts corrosion elemental damage build up. Then once the Damazti reaches 50% HP again, they will do a special attack that prioritizes someone with no other operators around. Or someone recently deployed, indicated by the magnifying glass icon. Which will immediately defeat that operator. And prevent them from being deployed again. Then another clone will enter, which is not disguised for whatever reason. And did I mention that Iblana and some undead Dublin will appear? Well, no need to worry, this Iblana acts like Teresis in the previous episode. You don't need to fight her, in fact she actually helping us in that one stage. All episode 12 stages, Inferno included, will give you 44 Originite Prime. During the early week of EP12 release, there should be a small event where you can get Sanity Potion and Mat's Crate when playing almost any kind of sanity consuming activity. and full sanity refund for episode 12 stages. For materials, based on what I saw on the Penguin site, there seems to be no tier 3 materials that got a higher drop rate in episode 12. For the new modules, Phalanx and Trapper will get one in this update, as well as a module for Morgan and Cement. Nian and Kay will also get their second module. New furniture will be available, along with new OP records and paradox simulation. So grab your life savings, and give it all for Ines thick thighs. That should be all. My friend, what are you doing? You have no enemies here, so put that down. Sounds like peace is back in the menu. Adios.